Okay, so just sharing my screen. I hope it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, so we'll continue with service bus final things. Last session, I guess we work with service bus queues, right? So today
Yeah.
it will be topics and subscriptions along with filtered subscriptions. And if time permits, we'll be having a discussion on uh, the reliable messaging patterns. Otherwise, this will be our first topic tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Today, are
So,
we having 2 hours or 3 hours?
uh, as you wish, if
Uh,
3 hours is okay with you, I can stretch it up to 3 hours.
yeah, it's better to have it as 3 hours, to be honest with you, because
Yeah, so we'll finish everything from this agenda today itself. And
okay.
tomorrow, we'll start sharp at 7 a.m. your time. And
Okay.
maybe we need to wind up little early tomorrow because my son's birthday is there. So there is a
Ah,
small celebration. So
congratulations.
if we start at 5:30 at my time, means 7 a.m. your time, 2 hour session we can have easily. And
Okay.
this week I'll schedule the sessions as discussed, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the obvious sessions on weekends, Saturday, Sunday as well. Okay.
Okay. Tuesday and Thursday works for me better. Wednesday, it's not gonna work, to be honest with
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you. Yep.
Okay. So
Perfect.
service bus things will be wrapping
Okay.
up. The messaging patterns also will be wrapping up today itself. Now,
Okay.
what is service bus? We are already aware of. Service bus queues we have already created. Service bus requires a namespace to be created. We already created that. Same
Mm-hmm.
namespace we'll be reusing today. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where our focus is basically more on how do we work with topics and subscriptions over here along with filtered subscriptions. So to start with, non-filtered subscriptions will create something like catch-all subscriptions will create,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be modifying our implementation to use this filtered subscription, right?
Okay.
And
Good.
then we'll move on to discuss about the reliable messaging patterns. Okay.
Good. Okay.
So let me bring up Visual Studio. Yeah, by the way, how is your health now?
Thank God, it's really better. I had that, what do you call it? Abscess in my nose, and it was very painful. I couldn't focus.
Must be seasonal.
No, the abscess, I don't know what, if you, it's like a big zoot,
Mhm.
it's more of a bacteria thing. So
Okay.
I had to take antibiotics for it.
Yeah, yeah. And that makes the body very weak.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like you
It
want to
takes
sleep
time to reset
always.
it. Yeah, true. So it was good for me also because I was having some BP related issues. So having some rest actually helped me. So it's all
That's
normal
good.
now.
That's
Yeah,
good. Thank you for asking.
yeah. Welcome. Okay, so here is Visual Studio.
Okay.
I'll start with a new project,
Okay.
and just like what we did for the service bus queues, here also we'll be starting with a blank solution.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the only reason I'm using blank solution is because I want to name the sender and receiver applications as sender and receiver for our understanding. And
Yeah.
the blank solution, the solution itself can be named as whatever we are targeting actually, the demo, right?
Good.
So blank solution, next. And
Uh-huh.
I'll name this as AZ underscore demo,
Okay.
SB for service bus, topics, and subscriptions. This helps us understand the demo also, right?
Yep.
Next, and then we go with adding a new project here. So I go
Okay.
to Solution Explorer, right click on Solution, add new project. I'll take console application for simplicity.
Okay.
Next, and we'll name this as topics sender
Hmm.
app. Okay.
Okay.
Next, .NET 8 will target, and then we'll go without top level statements and say
Mhm.
create, and the console application comes up. I remove this console.writeLine statement. We don't want that hello world thing, right? And we start with adding the same exact same package which we use for message queues, right?
Yep.
The queues, which is actually azure.messaging.service bus. Okay, so browse and search for azure.messaging.service bus. Here I select service bus package, latest stable
Hmm.
version is fine. Install, apply, and accept the license. And let's close this package manager.
Okay.
And then on the top here, we'll get the namespace
Mhm.
azure.messaging.servicebus imported.
Ah.
Right. Now, before we actually go with the code, we'll log into our portal. So I go
Mhm.
to the browser, and here we go to portal.azure.com. Okay. And here we can see the namespace that we
Mhm.
created in the earlier session, right?
Yep.
So I directly click on this. If not visible, you can go to the resources and you can take it from there as well, right?
Yep.
And if you remember, I created this namespace with the pricing tier as basic, which
Basic.
allows me only queues to be used. Topics are not allowed. So the
Yeah.
first thing I need to do here is upgrade the pricing tier, right?
Yeah.
You, I guess, already selected standard tier.
Standard this.
I selected basic, so I need to upgrade. So I can click from here, or here also we can check if there is an option for the pricing tier upgrade, right? This is the
Yep.
easy way. Directly on the dashboard itself, the link is there for pricing tier, and the same screen comes up. And as we
Mhm.
discussed, I cannot directly jump from basic to premium. If I
Yep.
want to go for premium, I have to first upgrade to standard, and from standard to premium, I have to upgrade again, right?
Yep.
So anyways, we are not going to use premium for the learning purpose.
Of course.
Standard is more than
More
enough.
than
We'll
enough.
select this, select, and it will start the upgrade instantly.
By the way, how do I know that I need to, for example, that, okay, premium and standard, they have the topic, but how do I know that I need to update to premium?
See, the main criteria is going to be how many messages and how many IOPS you are going to do. The
Hmm.
standard tier gives you 12.5 or 12.6 million message operations, right? So if you
Yep.
are going to have more than that, then you have to upgrade to premium.
How can I measure that?
Basically, again, you have to keep watch on, I mean, monitor this dashboard only, how
Uh-huh.
many messages you have exchanged. And there is activity log also, which gives you the details further, like how many messages have been exchanged till now. And
Okay.
then you do have the monitoring solutions like typical Azure Monitor, Azure Matrices, and all that,
Mm.
Azure Logs, right? So you have to watch this only. This is little manual thing, but that's how it is done, right?
Can I have
And
an alert? Can I set up an alert?
you can definitely create an alert from here.
Okay.
So this works on the top of the matrices and logs
Yep.
only. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you can create an alert that, okay, you have reached these many messages, and if you wish to upgrade, you can upgrade now. And the good part is whenever you do the upgrade,
Mm.
basically there is zero downtime. So
Mm.
when I'm upgrading from basic to standard, any already ongoing usage of queues will not
Yeah.
be hampered. Similarly, when
Mm,
you are upgrading from standard to premium, there will be no hampering for the ongoing operations on queues or topics. They will be completed gracefully.
I see.
So what Azure does is it creates a parallel virtual machine with the new setup,
Yeah.
and basically it adjusts your endpoints there onwards, and existing endpoints are completed by the older version itself, and once the
Hmm.
request count becomes zero on the older virtual machine, then the older
Hmm.
virtual machine is automatically shut down.
Yep.
So that way you don't have a downtime at all. Make sense? So see,
Yep.
here standard is still clickable. Now basic to standard I have already upgraded. If I click on this again, uh, ideally it should allow the premium upgradation also over here. Okay.
Mm.
I need to check my subscription might be having some restriction. That's why it's not showing it right now, but it
Okay.
shows. Okay. Now the next thing is see the topic button is enabled, right?
Yeah.
We'll create a topic just like the queue. Let's say I'll name this as demo topic. Okay. All small
Okay.
lowercase letters. Topic
Yep.
size 1 GB is enough. This is again same as the queues only because
Mm.
technically topics are special type of queues only, right?
Yep. Yep.
With one to many subscribers, correct?
Yep.
Whereas queue is one to one. Same options you have, time to live, default is 14 days. You can increase or decrease it as per the need. Then auto delete on idle topic is also there. Like if some message has been pushed into the topic, but it's not getting processed, there is no subscriber
Yeah.
for a considerable amount of time, it will be automatically deleted,
The
right?
message, right?
Yes. Then
Okay.
there is duplicate detection, which is useful when you are actually using the dead lettering and all that, right?
Yep.
And then partitioning, then
Duplicate detection
ordering
is for duplicate messages, right?
duplicate messages. Yes. So
Yeah.
duplicate messages most likely will arrive when there is dead letter, and dead
Mhm.
letter is being processed by some third party application, and the application is trying to put the same message two or more times into the queue, right? From
So
dead
it's
letter to the main queue, front queue. Okay.
okay. So is it? That's what I'm trying to understand now. The
Yes.
thing is that the dead letter is it for when it's only on dead queue?
It
Uh,
works on topic, and on topic it is by default enabled. That's why we don't see the option for enabling dead letter.
yeah. Enable.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Now, from client, there will be no possibility of duplicate message. The reason is, even if the content of the message is duplicate, the message ID will always be different, right?
Mm.
When the client sends the message, it assigns the GUID as message ID, and GUID
Yeah.
is always unique, which makes the
Mm.
message always unique from client side.
I
The
got you.
only possibility of duplicate messages is when you are pushing the dead letter messages to your topic or the queue. Okay.
Hmm.
So for now, we are not using dead lettering exactly. So here it's okay if we go with the defaults. Okay. And then we go for create. So just the name we have given, everything else we have uh, chosen as default only. And just like the queues, I can find the topic also over here. So if I click
Yep.
on that topic name, oh,
Hmm.
this is queue actually. So I'll just go back once again. Yeah, topic. Now there is a separate tab. So I click
Okay.
on demo topic, and the topic
Mm.
must be visible here.
Hmm.
This is topic dashboard only, right? Just
Yeah.
like the queues here also, we have got the information like what is
Yeah.
the current size of the topic, what is the maximum size if you wish to upgrade or
Yep.
downgrade, time to live, everything is changeable, right?
Yep.
And then here you additionally get a subscription.
Hmm.
right? So one subscription I'm going to create right over here on the portal. Instead of creating two applications, one subscription I create right over here for testing, and one
Yeah.
subscription will be actually coding. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say this is named as catch all.
Hmm.
Practically, this subscription I'm going to use for catch all purpose only. And then you can understand this we saw in the queues, right?
Yeah.
Max delivery count, and
Can
then
you remind me of that because it's been a while?
yeah, so
Mac.
max delivery count basically is like how many retries will be there for the
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
message,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
And then this is automatically inherited from the
Yeah.
topic configuration. And here we have option like whether auto delete should be allowed or not.
Mm.
Then if you are looking to forward the messages to another
To
queue or
another queue.
topic from here, you can select this. Then you have to actually select with where you
Which,
want to forward,
yep,
if it is queue or if it is topic. So as we have the queue already created demo queue, if I wish to forward a copy, I can actually do that as a backup, right?
yep,
Sometimes required, like uh, subscriber is there, subscription is there, and then from there it appears in another queue, and on the message delivered to that particular queue, an Azure function basically runs, right?
yeah,
So in such scenarios, we require this message forwarding. Otherwise, if we have our own subscribers created, in that case, probably the forwarding may not be needed. We can
yeah,
just uncheck this, and then see here we have got the option for sessions also, right?
yeah,
Which will be required if we are looking for, the distributed transactions and all to be supported. Let's say there are three subscribers and who are playing their part, uh, partial processing they are doing, and we are saying that okay, this should be committed if all the subscribers have done their part properly without any
mm,
errors, right? So
yeah,
that's where this session enablement will be required. And then see, as I said, dead lettering is by default available here. Now on subscription, we can make the choice whether to enable the dead lettering uh, on the subscription level or not. Okay. And
yeah,
see here, there is another option, move messages that cause filter evaluation exceptions to the dead letter subqueue. So suppose there
mm,
are some message which is not passing through any filters, or there is an error in filter evaluation. That message, instead of being discarded, will be moved to the dead letter queue as well.
mm,
Okay.
mhm,
And then this is message locking duration, right? Just like
yeah,
for the queues we discussed. Now, one subscription, one actual subscriber will be there, right?
yeah.
Subscription will be acting as a queue only independently. So that's where this lock duration becomes important. So if I'm not able to process my message within the time duration of 1 minute, it will reappear back into the subscription,
Yeah,
and someone else who is using the same subscription ID can then process it, right?
the same
So
subscription.
yes. So
So
here I
it's
say
always this.
create.
So it's always the same subscription.
Yes.
Okay.
So subscription should be created in almost no time, and you can
Yeah.
see here it is visible, right? And then I'll create one more subscription to which I'll be connecting to from my client application basically here. And for that, I say there is another subscription. I'll name this as client one, let's say. Okay.
Okay.
And maybe I can say this is even. Okay. And I go with all defaults here also for now.
Hmm.
Okay. And then I create one more subscription here named as odd, let's say,
Hmm.
create. So even odd actual use case I'm going to build a little later. To start with, all of our
Mm.
messages sent to the topic, I am hoping to make them available in all the three subscriptions, catch all,
Yeah.
even, odd. Don't go by the names. As of now, all the three subscriptions are configured without filter. That means all
Mhm.
messages will be appearing in all the
Being,
subscriptions,
yep.
and they will all be working as catch all subscriptions. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is done, and then the subscription namespace keys and connection strings we will require back once again. So here I go to the namespace
Yeah.
and settings and shared access policies. So if you remember, we created two policies of our own,
Yeah.
reader and writer. What was the
Reader and
purpose?
writer. For CQRS.
Yes. So basically to restrict the access to a particular thing, right?
Yep.
So here I go. I accidentally closed that notepad instance. So I'll just open that back and we'll recopy the connection strings. So here I put writer and
Reader.
reader. Okay. So let's copy the writer connection string. How do we copy? One of the connection string, any primary key or secondary key, we can
Copy.
use this
Yep.
copy to clipboard button and copy and paste here. So
Yep.
this is the writer connection, and same way I obtain the reader connection string also.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we head back to our Visual Studio
Yeah.
instance. Okay. So first of all, the sender application we need to configure, right?
Hmm.
And it will be quite similar to what we did with the message queues, because
Yeah.
here we are actually not going to differentiate whether we are sending to the queue or topic. For the
Yep.
application, both are same thing, whether it is
Of course.
topic or whether it is queue, right?
Q.
It
Of
is
course.
going to matter where the message is going to be processed. That's where the difference will be, right?
Yep.
So here I put quite similar code, private static string CS for
Mhm.
connection string. Again, I'm hard coding the connection string, but as we discussed, this can come from environment variable or
Yeah.
the
Uh,
config file or Azure
configuration.
configuration or key vault anywhere, right?
Yep. Yep.
So here the writer connection string, I'll copy and paste
Hmm.
like this, right? Exactly same thing we did for the queues also.
Yep.
Then I go for private static string topic name, and the name that we have given is
Of course, the topic name.
topic name. Yes. So I'll take it from here. I just go back to overview. Here I have topics, demo topic.
Yep.
This is the name,
Yeah.
right? Just to avoid the typo, I'm copying and pasting it. You can type it as well. If it is a small name, then it's easy. If it's a longer one, then it's better to copy and paste.
Of
Then
course.
I say private static service bus client, which is also the same like what we did for the queues, because somehow I need to connect to the service bus namespace first, right?
Yeah.
So that part remains absolutely same. Service bus
Yep.
client by the name underscore client I declare. Then I say private static service bus sender as underscore sender, which is also the same, because to send a message or dispatch the message, it is service bus sender object only that we use, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Now here we initialize the service bus client with connection string passed to it. And
Mm-hmm.
then we get the sender object borrowed from the client object using the
Yep.
create sender method.
Yep.
Instead of queue, now we are passing the topic name there.
Of
That's the only
course.
difference. Everything else is same. Again,
Yeah.
here also, I just go for iteration for creating multiple messages for me. Let's say int I is equals to 1, I less than equals to 10, I plus plus. And here I say create the instance of service bus
Mm.
message. If you want, alternatively, you can create the instance of batch also, right?
Yep.
But batch object has to be created outside the iteration, correct? Because that will be
Yep.
one object containing multiple messages. If you are
Yeah.
looking to create single messages and dispatch them immediately, not as a batch, then
Yeah.
this logic is going to be good enough. So I say message equals to new service bus message, and I compose the message like this, whatever
Yeah.
data I want to send, right?
Yeah.
And if it is serious data, in that case, we discussed about the JSON serialization and deserialization, correct? Because
Yep.
service bus message basically can be of two types only. One is string, one is binary data, right?
Yep.
So either binary data you send or you send the string. String could be the easier option. Uh, with
Or
JSON
Jason.
serialization, you can just convert any object to the string as well, correct?
Yep.
Then here I say await sender dot send message async.
Yep.
To use await, I need to use asynchronous definition for the main
Yep. Async task. Yes.
async, and then void is replaced by
Task.
task so that I can easily use await over here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Maybe we can say this is where we are sending the message, right?
Yep.
And then, yeah, this is already generated by the copilot, I guess. Console.write line, send
Mm-hmm.
message,
Mm-hmm.
and the message name. And maybe I can enhance it a bit to topic,
Mm.
curly braces, topic name,
Okay.
just for our understanding that
Yeah.
the message has been dispatched, right?
Uh-huh.
And then here I say sender dot dispose, client dot
Dispose.
dispose, and let's say console dot write line, message sending completed.
Yep.
Important for console application, right? So that we are always aware of that where to stop or where the program ends.
Mm-hmm.
Press any key to quit. Okay. And then console.read key waits for the keystroke. Correct.
Yeah.
So let's send the 10 messages over here. I run the application. This is the only project I have added as of now. So that is the default startup project, right?
Yeah.
And done.
Yep.
Yes. Where do we see this on the portal? So let's go to
That's
the
gonna be in
portal.
all the subscriptions.
Right. Refresh. And this message, see here itself, you
Mm-hmm.
can see message
Yeah.
count for all the three subscriptions is shown as 10. Active messages being 10 as well. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
And which all messages are there? I can go to any subscription and I can perform a peak or process whatever, right?
Yep. Yep.
So if I go to Service Bus Explorer, that's the easier way,
Mhm.
easier user interface where I can do the peak or receive, correct? Peak
Yep.
mode is set over here. The other mode is receive mode. So
Receive.
currently it is peak mode. I can
Yep.
say
What's the difference,
Peak
if you
from
can
start.
remind me?
Peak reads the message but doesn't remove it from the queue,
Ah,
and
receive is gonna remove
receive
it.
removes it as well. It marks it as
Okay,
completed, right?
I got you.
So all the messages are here. Even the message text also is visible here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I did a peak. Here now I go for receive mode and say receive messages.
Hmm.
Right. How many messages I want to receive? I have 10 messages I want to receive. Initially two only.
Yeah.
Okay. Receive. First two messages have been retrieved.
Hmm.
Here also it is first come first serve only, right?
Yep.
And the two messages are right now locked. They are being
Hmm.
processed for 1
Ah,
minute, right? That's the configuration.
yeah.
Correct. Now I again say receive messages and I say next two. So 3 and 4 should be retrieved now.
Yeah.
You can see. And
And
now I say once again receive messages. How many messages are pending now? Six. I say
okay.
receive all six of them.
Yeah.
So it goes from 5 to 10.
And
Typical
now
queue
they,
behavior.
yeah.
Yes.
And now if we return back, they should not appear. Right? If we go to peak, they should not
Yes.
appear. Okay.
Yes. So if I say peak, temporarily it caches them for troubleshooting
Because for
purposes.
lock,
It shows if
ah,
programmatically you retrieve it, nothing will be returned.
nothing will be returned. Okay.
Right? Here it keeps it for the troubleshooting purpose. Okay.
I see.
But actually the queue must be, I mean, this particular topic which acts as a sub queue must be actually empty. So I
Yeah.
go back one level and here I say refresh. It has not cleaned up actually. By default, there is some behavioral change I see here.
I
So
think because if you go back to it, if you go back to the subscription explorer,
yes,
to the catch-all, okay. If you select catch-all from,
yes.
if you select receive mode, and if you click on receive messages, I think peak lock is different than
Yeah,
receive and
see,
delete.
yeah, correct, correct. So they have now provided two options over here.
Yeah.
So basically, they're just locking it, they're not deleting it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe here this dashboard might be being used for the troubleshooting purposes, and the actual processing has to be done by the client application. So
So
that's
now it will
the
lock it
reason they
for
have
one
provided.
minute, right?
Yes, correct.
It will not appear at the
So if
receiver
I
until
say
for one
receive
minute.
and delete, in that case, it will receive all the 10 messages and remove
Yep.
it as well.
Yeah.
Right. I put the message count as one only, but here itself you can
Uh-huh.
see it has changed to nine now.
Nine
Only
now.
nine
Yeah.
more messages to be received now. So if I say nine and receive, it should become zero. It marks all the messages as
Deleted.
completed, deleted.
Completed, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Or else I can select them manually, and here is the complete button also, if I wish to
Okay.
manually do that.
I got
Small
you.
change they have made over here. But now,
Oh,
if you see, even an odd must be still having the 10 messages
of
into them
course. Of
because we
course.
didn't process them.
Yeah.
See, here if I
That's
say
weird.
receive,
Okay.
and here if I say 10, so that this queue also becomes, this subscription queue also becomes empty.
Yeah.
Let's wait for a while, and it's zero, right? Then I say
Yeah.
odd, I do the same thing there as well.
Yeah.
One thing that we can say for sure here is all queues are now having their private copies of each message. And that's where one too many delivery comes in, right?
Yep.
It's a kind of a multicast or broadcast, right?
Yep.
Okay,
The
so
queues
here
is
I
different because it's one to one, right? One
correct, correct.
message. Yeah.
Yeah. So here now I go back to my namespace from where I
And one
come in the
receiver.
topic.
Mm.
And here, if I see the message count for all of them has become zero now because we
Yeah.
have marked them as deleted already, completed already, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now let's do some modification here into our sender's code, and or maybe let's write our receiver application first. Okay. So
Yeah.
once we'll try with catch-all only, and then we'll try to modify the overall implementation to make use of the filter as well. Make
Yep.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are, and then we'll add another project, console application, which I'll name as topic. I'll purposefully name it as topic subscriber
Yep.
app instead of receiver. Okay,
Yeah.
next, create.
You know what, Saket, let's have it for 2 hours today because I feel like 3 hours is gonna be a little bit too much.
No worries, no
Um,
worries, no worries.
and tomorrow let's have it for 2 hours, and then Thursday and Tuesday, two
Mhm.
hours, 2 hours. That's
Yes,
there.
no worries.
Yep.
Okay, so
Thank you.
we are here. Few things will be common again,
Mm-hmm.
precisely for three things. Here we will
Yep.
not be using sender.
Sender,
Here we'll
of
be
course.
using the processor, right?
Yep.
So not here. It should be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
The connection string is supposed to be changed.
Yeah.
Few more things like I need to change the startup projects over here. So I go to
Mm-hmm.
solution properties and I say
Mm.
multiple startup projects with sender app being started first,
Yeah.
followed by subscriber app. Or else I
Y-
can start them one by one also.
You know what? One time we had that issue, by the way.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
were sending to a topic. Okay,
Hmm.
we were receiving messages, and
Hmm.
we were sending to a topic, and the
Hmm.
topic had an issue with connections. It said like the
Okay.
connection closed or whatnot. I don't remember what was the issue. Is it
Hmm.
because of if not disposing, or is there anything else?
Uh, it depends on the logic also. Like if the dispose is done before the sending is finished, then you usually get this error. So disposal probably was not taken care of properly.
Okay, maybe I need to check the message
Yeah,
specifically, and I'll
yeah.
return back to you
And
tomorrow.
also you need to check if there is a subscriber, then only add the message to the topic. Otherwise, the connection automatically gets disposed, right? So bit of the monitoring is required, like what's the status. Okay,
Okay.
now the subscriber app also requires the NuGet package
Yeah.
for Azure dot messaging dot service bus.
Mhm.
Install, apply, and accept the license
Accept.
and close. And
Yeah.
then on the top we say using Azure dot messaging dot service bus, correct?
Service bus. Yep.
So that all errors are gone. And now we go to Notepad and copy this reader connection string.
Yeah.
Now see whether you are using queue or topics and subscription, your reader writer keys can be same as well. If you want to
Yeah.
keep them different, you can create different policies, right?
Yep.
So that multiple connection strings will be generated. Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so topic name is required here as well. Along with topic name, I would also need subscription name. Correct.
Of course, because I want to subscribe to subscription.
So here I say subscription name. Which subscription name? Let's say, as of now, I'm giving, let's say catch all only.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyways, all three are catch all, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then the client,
Mm.
and then I create another private static instance of service bus processor, which is the same class which we use for queue processing also,
Mm-hmm.
right? Here I say create the instance of client using the connection string. Then I say
You got it here. Process, create
Yeah,
processor.
the
Hello?
processor is going to be required now. Here we say processor equals to client.create processor. We pass the topic name, we pass the
Mhm.
subscription name, right? And then we say new service bus processor options,
Mm.
right?
Yeah,
And then, in fact,
we need to delegate here to have a delegate.
here I want to set some options to this. So
Hmm.
there are some parameters which I can pass here
Hmm.
with object initializer itself, where I say auto complete messages. I'm looking to set to false, which is true by default. If
Mm.
your code gets processed without any error, by default, your message
It's gonna
that is
autocomplete.
coming in is marked as completed,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Practically within the application, you might want to validate few things before marking your message as completed,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
That's why setting autocomplete messages to false is important. It's not mandatory, but it is important property to be taken care
Hmm.
of, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it may cause side effects. And
Yeah.
then I say max concurrent calls equals to one. I don't want any conflicts where two subscriptions are fighting for the same message, or maybe two subscriber applications are fighting for the same message arriving in the same subscription, right?
Mm.
So I say max
There,
concurrent calls is one
there
only.
I did not get, to be honest with you. So max concurrent calls.
So there is subscription called as even.
Ah,
There are two applications who are subscribed to the same subscription even,
okay.
and both of them are claiming the message at the
Mm.
same time concurrently.
Okay. Okay.
There could be a race condition, correct?
Ah, okay.
Which I want to avoid. So I say max concurrent call is one. So other one would automatically be either rejected or it will be put on the hold, right?
Mm. So if I have two, what will happen, for example? It will have
Uh,
to.
See, there will be no error as such, but there will be side effects. If two applications process the same message at the same time, and suppose the log duration is too less, in that case, the output may basically be affected. So you're
I got you. So,
expecting, say, a value as one, but it is
mm,
showing as two. That should not
okay.
happen,
I
right?
got you. So when it's one, it's only one subscriber
Correct. Only
processes one
one gets
message.
in. Only one gets in,
Only one gets in.
right? So just like landline phone we used to have, right? Only
Yeah.
one person could have called at one time. So whoever has got the, receiver
Oh,
picked up
okay.
first gets the access. The others have to wait. That's
I
what we are
got you.
saying. That's why the
Okay.
name also is similar. Max concurrent calls.
Mm.
Understand?
Yeah. So this is gonna act like a queue then.
Yes.
Okay.
Virtual queue it forms there. So not message queue, but a call
Yeah, yeah.
queue you can say, right?
Yes. Yes.
Here I say define the message handler. Same event driven mechanism we'll be using on success,
Well,
on failure, right?
But
So
let me
here
ask you
I,
something. Let
yes,
me ask you something. When people
yes.
would like to make the max concurrent calls to multiple instances, for example, three or
So when
four.
locking is having a proper duration setup, in that case, you might want to say that, okay, whoever gets first, right? And locking will take care of the rest of the things. So practically it will be again channelized only. So either lock has to be set properly or you have
Mm,
to set this property to one,
mm-hmm.
either or. And then with multiple troubleshooting sessions, you can then decide that whether you want to go ahead with locking or you want to go ahead with max. This is more of a safety option,
Yeah,
right? So if you set it to one, in that case, basically there is a guarantee that there will be no race condition at all, whether
of
duration is
course.
set properly or not.
Yeah,
Make sense?
yeah,
More of a defensive mechanism, I would say, right?
yeah.
So here we go with the processor object being used. I want to subscribe to its process message async event,
Mm-hmm. Mm,
right?
Yeah. And error messages.
And here only little different approach I'm following. Now .NET also supports nested functions, right?
Yeah.
So I am actually going to utilize that over here. So I say plus equal to async args. If you want, you can put args into parentheses.
Yeah.
Anyways, if more than one parameters are there, you have to put that mandatorily into parentheses, right?
Yep.
So it's good to make it a habit. Put arguments in the parentheses always,
Yep.
right? And then here we go with the processing, where message equals to args dot message. I read the
Mhm.
message first of all, right?
Yeah.
And then I say receive message dot body. And then I say complete message async. Manually, I'm saying this.
Hmm.
This is important if here the value is false.
Yeah.
If this is true or this is default, in that case, this statement is irrelevant,
Irrelevant. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Then I define the error handler. Okay.
Hmm.
Copilot has understood the context, so it has automatically generated the relevant code.
Of course.
Right. And this is exactly same what we have used in the previous session. So
Yeah.
probably I need not even explain this, right?
Yeah.
And then here I want to go ahead with processing. So here, same mechanism. Again, I say processor dot start processing async. What
Mhm.
is different over here is see the way how the processor is created. Last time it was just the queue name.
Yep.
Today, here I have topic name, which you can say is the replacement of queue name, along with subscription name also, which makes it
Yep.
behave differently.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's the same class and same implementation, right?
Of course.
Here I say console dot write line, press any key to stop the processor, and then I
Read line.
say wait for the keystroke, right?
Hmm.
And then I say await processor dot stop processing async dispose processor, dispose client, and then say processor stopped, press any key to quit, console.read key again. Read key or read line, anything. I prefer
Yeah.
read key because that allows me to press any key.
Yeah.
If I say read line, it is enter key only, return key
Enter
only,
key.
right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is my processor. Now what I do is I start both of the applications together, which we have already set, right?
Yep.
Multiple startup projects we have set for the solution, correct?
Hmm.
And the order is also correct here. Okay. First, the sender app starts, then the subscriber app starts.
Of course.
And here I say start. Absolutely, it doesn't matter which subscription name I have used here because all the three subscriptions currently are catch-all
The same.
subscriptions.
Yep.
See here, I send the messages and the event subscription probably now I can say has been processed completely. The messages must have been deleted from the event subscription. Let's
Of course.
verify here. Catch all
Yeah.
we have subscribed to, not even. So
Yeah.
catch all is 0, even and odd are still showing 10.
The count. Yep.
Yes. Now what I do is I clean them up, or maybe I can just run my client application by changing the subscription name. Instead of catch all, let's say I put even,
Yeah.
and I just run my subscriber app without the
Yeah.
topic sender, I mean,
Of
right?
course.
So here the subscriber app starts with the subscription being pointed to is even,
Yep.
right? And then here I say, let's verify first here.
Hmm.
Say refresh, and this one also I'll refresh. See, this also has become 0.
Yeah.
Odd is still 10. I'll say this is
Mm-hmm.
So it will process odd subscription also. Oh, by mistake, I started both. So sorry. So topics must have been added to this
Yep.
also. I'll clean up from here only.
No
Quick.
problem. I understand that concept.
Yes. So Service Bus Explorer. Here I say go to receive mode,
Mm-hmm.
receive messages, receive and delete. I'll put the count as 10. If I put the count higher than actual number of messages available, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yes. And see the sequence number is changing, right? Message ID is always a GUID. So message cannot be duplicate actually at any point in time. Make sense? Here, then I go back one level and go to event subscription, Service Bus Explorer, receive mode, receive messages, receive and delete. I'll put 10. Save. Done. Then the last one, odd. Again, we have choice. We can run the client application as well, or we can clean it up from here also. So as we have already understood, I'll quickly get it done from here. Yes, because our application technically is doing the same thing, right? Receive, receive and delete, 10 messages, receive and gone. Yes. So all three of them are now cleaned up. If I say refresh, message count and active messages count must be 0 for all three. Yes. Yes. Now, what next I do is I want to have some kind of, the subscription filter created over here, some sort of rule created over here. I want each subscription to receive a specific message only with catch all receiving all the messages as a backup. Okay. So
Mhm.
how I do that? For that, there has to be some information on which I probably put the filter criteria, right?
Mm.
Now, what
Um,
messages we are sending? Yeah, you are saying something.
yeah, I was saying, can we have a break time for 10 minutes if you don't mind?
Well, let's make it 5 minutes. No problem. So we'll resume at uh, it's 18:57 at my end.
Okay.
19:02 will resume. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Mohammed. Shall we proceed? Yes, Mohammed, are you back?
Hey, Saket, I'm sorry, but I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So, can we start now?
Yeah.
Okay. So here I want some data additionally to be put, which can decide which message go to which subscription. I mean,
Okay.
eventually I can use that same data to create my uh, filtered subscription, right? I
Uh-huh.
choose as a subscriber, I choose which content should come to me. Just like,
Mm-hmm.
for television these days, we use this set-top box concept where
Yeah.
we subscribe, we make a bouquet of channels which we wish to watch.
Yep.
Right? There is no content which is forced on us. We make a bouquet and we pay for only what we see. Correct? What
Yep.
channels we subscribe for. So basically, the broadcasters are sending every channel, but our set-top box is decoding only those which we have subscribed to. Correct? So that's a
Uh-huh.
similar scenario I want to create. And from the names which I have used over here for the subscriptions, you can actually get some glimpse. Even odd, I've given the name as, right? So what I'm looking for is I'm sending some number data over here, right?
Yeah.
So even numbers, all of them goes to even subscription. All odd numbers goes to odd subscription, and catch all receives every message,
Everything.
regardless of whether it is even or odd. Make
Odd.
sense?
Yep.
But for that, I need to put some metadata here, which then subscription can use for filtering the content delivered to it, right?
Yep.
And Let's do that. First of all, I'm going to the topic sender application,
Hmm.
right? This is where we send the messages. This is the iteration where we have the uh, payload,
Hmm.
right? So just before dispatching the message, which I'm doing here, I want to put some information as metadata with that message. So here goes an if statement. If I mod 2 is 0, means it's an even number. I say message dot application properties dot add. Here I can say message type is the property name and
Yeah.
the value is even,
Hmm.
right? If
Hmm.
we see add takes the key as string and the value can be anything. It can be an
Yeah.
object also, right? No
Hmm.
serialization, deserialization required here. Okay.
Hmm.
Here I say else means if I mod 2 is not 0, that means it's an odd number. So here I put
Yeah.
message type with the value as odd,
Odd.
right? Let's run this sender application first of all. No, before that, maybe we can actually create the subscriptions with the filter, along with the filter, right? So
Yeah.
here is the catch-all subscription first. I'll go to this. I can programmatically also create this. Okay. We need the admin connection string for that purpose. Here, if you see, there is a filter already added by the name $default. Type of filter is SQL filter, means it looks like SQL filter, just like a where clause. Understood? So if I
Yeah.
click on this, here it shows what exact filter it is. Condition, if you see, is what? 1 is equals to
One.
1, which will always be true. 1 is always
Of
equal to
course.
1. That's why it behaves like a catch-all filter, right?
Yep.
So for catch-all, I am okay with this, right? But when it comes to even, I'm not okay with this catch-all filter. So here I say, I want to change the name of the filter also, and I want to change the expression of the filter also. I don't want to go ahead with this default filter, right? So I select this even subscription, come to the filter section, and here I delete this default filter first of all. Conflicting filters should not be there. Non-conflicting filters can be added. Multiple filters can be present, right? So here I say add filter. I say name. I am in even subscription, so I name this as even numbers. Okay. Name can be anything. Programmatically, whenever I connect to this subscription, I need to remember this name, even numbers, or just even number, I say. One at a time will be coming, right? Now, what filter I add over here? Here I want to say
Message type
message
equals.
type. So I'll just copy that
Hmm.
message type equals to
Even.
even,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to do this programmatically, you can do that also. I believe
Hmm.
that will be a better option and it will give us the proper syntax also over here, right?
Of
So
course.
maybe I just delete this and that's more practical scenario, right? Because subscribers would be programmatically setting their expectations. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go back to my Visual Studio, the subscriber application. Here I am subscribing to odd subscription name only,
Yeah.
right? Let's
Yep.
process odd numbers first of all. Now, when I create the
Mm.
processor can take more parameters as well,
Of
like
course.
if any filter criteria is there or something, right?
Yeah.
So here, basically, I will need the admin connection string as well. I go to the namespace, access policies,
Mm-hmm.
root manage shared access key I go to,
Mm-hmm.
and I copy a connection string from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I will be creating a subscription myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I can do this. Understood. In fact, I don't even need the subscriptions to be pre-created over here this way. So I go back here to overview and then topics and then demo topic, catch all subscription I leave here,
Mm-hmm.
even and odd subscriptions I delete from here.
Yeah.
So I go to even, I'll create the subscription also from my code and I'll add the filter also from my code only. Okay. So let's delete this even subscription. Let's delete this odd subscription as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Okay.
let's programmatically create the same. Okay. So here we go. Service bus client is created,
Mm-hmm.
instantiated over here in the main, right? Before I
Yeah.
create the processor, I do something for creating the subscription.
Yeah.
If you want, you can have a separate console application which you run to create the
Of course.
subscription for your application as well. And your
Of course.
application then just subscribes to that subscription, just like what we were doing earlier, or
Mm-hmm.
in this code, which I have not modified yet. Just provide the subscription name and you are done. That subscription would already have the SQL rule created, right? SQL filter
Yep.
rule created. Here I say where sub options means subscription options equals to new create subscription options to which I need to pass the
Topic name, of course, and subscription.
sub- create subscription async, I'll say, not options.
It's a new, so
Uh,
it's not a call.
yeah, so it will be options only, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
New create subscription options namespace. Yeah, so we have
Administration.
azure.messaging.servicebus.administration namespace from where it comes. I pass
Hmm?
topic name, I pass subscription name over here, which I've
Mm-hmm.
already set to odd in this
Odd.
case.
Yeah.
And then here I set some parameters like default
Filter,
message time
right?
to live. It should match with what we have configured or what we want. Let's say
Yeah.
14 days I want to go with. If I don't
Yeah.
give this, it will anyways take 14 days only by default, right?
Yeah.
Then I want to set up the max delivery count as 10, something what we saw on portal as well, right? While creating the subscription, right? Then log duration I can set, say I want to set it for 1 minute,
Yep.
correct? And these are the subscription options. Then I say, wait, in fact, I'll need two clients to be created over here. So
Yeah. One for the
subscription client
subscription.
is created. I'll
And
create admin client also.
yep.
And here I pass my admin connection string.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And I use this admin client. This is one time usage only. That's why I've put it directly inside main, not in the global scope. Okay. Admin client dot create subscription async. Here I pass the subscription options, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then the rules I can create like this. Or else, if I don't want the rule to be created here, the subscription options to start with. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then
Okay.
after this, here I check if, say, whenever you create a new subscription, by default, the dollar default rule is created, right?
Yep.
You don't have control on it. So what you can do is you can check if that rule already exists, which is now irrelevant as per my requirement. I will delete it myself. So I say await. If await admin client dot
Huh.
rule exists async, which rule and where in this topic, in this subscription, there is a rule. Let's say odd
Mhm.
message rule we are, in fact, not this, it's dollar default we are checking, right?
Yeah, we need to delete
If
it.
that exists, I want to delete that rule, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And then I want to create my own filter rule before the
Mhm.
processor is created.
Yeah.
Okay. So here I'll say create rule to filter only odd messages. I say var rule options equals to new create rule options. The name of the rule, let's say it is odd message rule. And then the SQL rule filter I create over here
Mhm.
with message type equals to odd. This is what we are putting on the portal also, right?
Yep.
Okay. And what I need to do is I need to make sure, yeah, in fact, this will automatically create the subscription and will add the rule to it, right? And
Yeah.
rest of the things remain as it is.
Of
I don't
course.
need to make any change over here.
But you are just doing the rule options. You are not creating them.
Create rule
Yeah.
options, it is, right?
Yeah, but that's the
It
definition
will
of it. But you,
automatically create into the subscription. I'm
it's
saying, oh yeah, one statement I have missed over
yeah.
here. You're right. Here I need to say await
Yeah.
admin client dot create rule async
Yeah.
topic subscription and rule options. Yes. Okay. So this will create it.
Yeah.
Save. And I just run the subscriber app now. Start new instance. Here it is started. See, this is the confirmation it is started successfully.
Yeah.
And now I once go to the portal first. Here I do a refresh and you should see the odd filter has come up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, what I do is I start my sender application. I can create a copy of this application for even rule, right?
Hmm.
And one more thing before we actually run the sender application, I just go into the subscription. Here you can see the default filter has been deleted, right?
Yep.
And
And then
odd
you.
message rule has been added. If I click on this, it will show you how it is supposed to be put.
Yep.
Message type equals to single quotes odd. And that's it. There is another type of filter you can create here, correlation filter with key value pairs, right? SQL filter is much like where clause, what you
Yeah.
put after where clause. It
Hmm.
is much more easier one. If you
Yeah.
wish to change, you can change this also, right?
Hmm.
Let's
What
close
about correlation
this.
filter? What does it mean?
Correlation, actually it does the same thing, but the syntax is different. You actually put multiple key
Oh,
value pairs and
okay.
you compare by key value pairs only by their existence. Understood?
Yeah.
Now I start my sender app. all 10 messages sent, right? I can
Yeah.
close this safely. Here, my receiver app was already running with the filter for odd numbers, right?
Yeah.
So which numbers it has received? Only
The odd
odd.
numbers.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, right?
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 are not captured by this subscription. I
Yes.
close this and I go back to the portal and do a refresh. You can see the active message count here is 0 because it is already processed.
Processed.
Even messages I have not created a subscription for. I can create one. We
Yeah.
will change the same application and we'll check that also. And you can see the catch-all has got everything,
Yeah.
right? Correct.
Yeah.
So what I do
Yes.
is for even messages, let's assume this is a separate copy of the same application we are creating there, or maybe we can actually do that. Uh, Let me add new project here, console app. Next, I'll name this as what name we have given there. Topic subscriber app. Topic subscriber app.
Yeah.
2 I'll name
Even.
this.
Yeah.
Next, create. Remove this. And what we need to do is add the package azure.messaging.service bus. Install, and accept the
Mhm.
license. And now what I do is I go back to this previous receiver app. I copy the two namespaces using statements, paste. It's exact same application as of now.
Of course.
And in real world, we can basically make the changes as per the need, right? What processing needs to be done when message arrives in this subscription. The code will
Mhm.
vary accordingly, correct?
Yep.
This will all be same with just one change here for subscription name. I'll name this subscription as
And the filter.
even,
Yep.
even, right?
Yeah.
And then the code within the main method also I copy, which is going to be almost the same with
Message
filter
type
being
equals even.
message type equals to even. Okay.
Yeah. And the rule name is different. Yeah.
Right. So let me copy this, paste here, make this as async task of main, and then this is fine. Admin client is fine. Subscription options is fine. Create subscription async is fine with this subscription option, right? Admin client and this rule default again will be created for this new subscription as well. So I remove it and I change this to even message rule, the name with message type equals to even. Yes,
Yep.
that's what we are doing here. Message type even, message type odd.
But
We are picking that metadata and we are filtering on the basis of that. Everything else right now is same. What changes in real-time applications is this logic. Otherwise, everything will be the same only, right?
of course.
What to do when message arrives in this subscription is what changes. This is the code which varies, correct?
Yep.
Now I run this new subscriber app. No messages arrives because the messages have been already sent to the topic, right? That time the subscription even didn't exist. So there is no message. It will not pick up from the catch-all, correct? If you want, you have to write a separate program for that. What
Yeah.
I do is I start my odd subscriber also right?
Hmm.
And then I start my topic sender as well. Oh yeah, now this is going to be a problem. The reason being the subscription is already created, right?
Yeah,
So what I do is I just stop both the client application. Here I just verify that even subscription is also created. Refresh. It's created, right?
yeah,
And then just comment out the subscription creation code in both the programs.
of course.
So this is no more needed. This is no more needed. This is no more needed. And in fact, till here, I don't need it, right? This code I comment. And the same amount of code I comment here also. So admin client till create rule async. Everything else is going to be required. Create processor is needed, right? Message handling is needed, error handling is needed. Everything else is fine. Now what I do is I start my subscriber app 2. There should be no error now because now we are not pushing for creating the subscription again because it already exists. We can write defensive code. If already exists, don't do anything, right?
Yeah,
Just like we did it for the rule, correct?
true.
Here comes the odd subscription, and now I start my sender app. Sender app is sending messages. This is odd subscription console, right?
Yeah.
Let me bring up the even subscription console as well. Here it is. Do you see?
Mhm.
And now if you see, catch all must have got 20 messages. And these two are
Yeah,
empty because their messages respectively are processed, completed.
processed. Yep.
And now if I run only the sender app, subscriber app, I'm not going to run.
Hmm.
What will happen? All messages will go to catch all. Odd messages will go to odd subscription. Even messages will go to even subscription,
Even
right?
subscription. Yep.
And they will stay there because they are not being processed as of now. This is brokered architecture again, right? The
Yep.
subscriber may come alive anytime. It may come tomorrow also, right?
Yep.
So, the sender has done its job. It has sent the messages, dispatched, and sitting quiet. It gets closed also, shut down also, right?
Yeah.
And the messages are safe within the subscriptions for next 14 days. That's the TTL we have given, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I run the clients one by one, let's say the odd one first I run, what will happen? It will pull in all the messages coming to it. I mean, available into its queue,
Yeah.
the odd messages, and that will make this queue, odd queue, empty. Do you see?
Yeah.
Similarly, now if I go and run the second subscriber app for even messages, purposefully I'm doing it one by one to show you that they need not be running all together, right?
Yep.
It got its share, and here now if I see, this is 0. In fact, now OTT platforms work the same way, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Makers publish the content. It is up to the subscriber when they want to watch. They
To
may
receive
watch 2
it.
years later also, right?
Yep.
Every subscriber has got the content in their own private account, right? Practically, they don't copy because the size is big for videos, but you can think of that it might be working the same way, right? They're not storing into the queue, they are storing it in some database or maybe some CDN server. But eventually, the way how it functions is same, logic wise, if you see. Yes,
Makes sense.
right. And that's how it works. Now, how you want, or if you want queues and then topics and subscriptions works event driven way, how will you do it? Whenever message arrives, do this. Currently, I need to start the application. I don't want that. Practically, what I want is whenever message arrives, there is some listener already watching it, watching for the message to arrive, and it just starts functioning. Just like when you go to restaurant, there is some captain which comes to you, sir, may I have your order, please? You don't call anyone. The captain automatically comes and stands in front of you to take the order. Am I right?
Yes,
You
that's
just
true.
need to say what you want, right? Now, the captain may arrive instantly, or the captain may take 5-10 minutes also, depending on how much crowded the restaurant is on that particular day, that particular time. Am I right?
Yep,
They will they will definitely find a new customer and they will definitely arrive on the table, right?
makes sense.
Okay, that's how this works, the entire mechanism. So for automatic processing in event driven format, only topics and subscriptions or queues are not enough. You need to combine them with other Azure services like
Capabilities.
functions, logic
Hmm.
apps, right? And to
Yep.
make them even more reliable, probably you can combine these things with Event Grid or Event Hub, or maybe both also,
Yeah.
right? So it is all use case based. So this is the core thing that we have learned right now. Make sense?
Yes.
So in
100%.
upcoming sessions, these scenarios which I just spoke about is what we are going to see, like integration with function, without any event grid or event hub in between, then with event grid and event hub in between,
Mm,
right? All these things we are going to see once again,
that's
correct?
good.
So that's why I'm not going to delete the topic. I'm not going to delete the subscriptions. I'm not going to delete the namespace. And I will not be charged at all. Reason? This is pay as you go subscription, right?
Yeah.
If there is no message being exchanged, there is no message stored, I will not be charged. In fact, if I clear this catch-all subscription right now, there is no data going to be there, and hence I'll not be charged at all, even if I keep it for 1 year long. Make sense?
Yes.
I change the mode to receive mode because receive messages only gives me this option, receive and delete, right?
Yep.
Total 30 messages I have right now. So I want all of them to be retrieved and marked as
Deleted.
completed. So
Yep.
deleted.
Yep.
Yes, all gone. And if I close this, in fact, I shouldn't. I go back to the namespace and topic and service bus explorer, or on this dashboard itself, I see message count has become 0.
0.
Infinitely, if I keep this namespace, I won't be charged a single penny,
Time.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Clear?
Makes sense. Yeah. 100%.
Okay, so now let's talk about the reliable messaging patterns. It's more of a description only, discussion topic only. So let me bring up Notepad, copy this. I'll put all the write up into the chat also for your
Okay.
reference. Okay.
Good.
And because we are doing it on Teams now, the transcription is already being recorded. So
Yep.
it will by default be available. Okay. Just that it won't be available instantly. Today I'll share it with my team. The backend team basically will process it and will upload it into the platform by
Good.
tomorrow. Tomorrow, maybe your morning, you will get it. Make sense?
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the reliable messaging patterns. Now, when we say patterns, what exactly do we mean?
Something that's repeatable. That's a pattern.
Repeatable, or maybe you can say the experiences of someone else
Hmm.
recorded pretty well. Correct?
Yep.
When you do this, this happens. When you do that, this that happens. In this case, use this protocol. In that case, use that protocol. When we are reading the documentation like this, is where we use a term called as pattern, right? And now here we are saying reliable messaging pattern. So what it would be? The patterns, something to do with the reliable messaging. Ultimately, the brokered architecture, right? Do's
Yep.
and don'ts we are going to see over here. Protocols we are going to see over here. When to use what, we will be able to decide based on this discussion easily, right? So here, the first pattern that comes up is something what we call as point to point messaging.
Hmm.
This is a pattern in itself, point to point messaging.
Hmm.
What we will use here. The pattern itself in this is, in fact, let me put it on next line. The pattern here is one sender and one receiver. Understand? I
Yeah.
believe we have already discussed this and we have implemented it also using queues. Messages are dispatched by the sender to the queue, and one message is processed by one consumer, single consumer, right?
Y-
And when the consumer occupies that message for processing, it gets
mm,
logged.
Yeah.
So either that receiver basically processes that message and marks it as completed, so it gets removed from the queue, or if the receiver is not able to process it, what it does is it releases the log so that the message appears back into the queue,
Yeah.
and someone else then can process, or maybe the same consumer can process that message or attempt to process that message again. Sometimes what happens is right now it's not working, but after some time it works. So don't we do that? Wait for some time and then do it again. Try again.
Yeah.
So it could be the same consumer also attempting to process the message second time or third time, right? Okay. So
Hmm.
what it does basically for providing the reliability factor, it uses the locking mechanism,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Prevents the message being lost during the processing. If this locking mechanism is not there, the approach would be pick the message from the queue, which will automatically remove the message from the queue, right?
Yeah.
We will be actually dequeuing it, then process. And now if the process fails, so that message is lost.
Yes.
Instead, what we do, we don't remove. We read the
We lock.
message, we peek the message and lock it
Locking. Yep.
for other consumers. Right. So if we are not able to complete the processing, we just release the lock and it is already there in the queue. We don't need to add it back. Make sense?
Yes.
Right. And then there is dead lettering also, where the messages that cannot be processed for whatever reason are then put aside. We will see it later. That's the typical human behavior, right?
Yep.
Problematic things we keep aside and we will process it later, see it later. Let's do the things which are just going smooth, right? Problematic ones will process later. That's the
Yep.
approach of dead lettering. We put it aside means where? Again, we want to put it reliably. We don't want Just because the message is not getting processed right now, we don't want that message to disappear or discarded, right? So we put it into a queue only, secondary queue called as dead letter queue, right? And then along with dead lettering, again for reliability reasons, we use duplicate detection. We
Mm-hmm.
discussed that, right? What it does,
Yep.
it prevents reprocessing of the same message again and again. Because
Yep.
when we put message from dead letter to the main queue again, we might forget to remove that message, or systematically, I mean, at the system level, the message
Mm.
might not get removed from the dead letter, but
Could you please
added to
repeat
the
that
main
point
queue.
one more time? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, dead letter, you
Mm.
understand, right?
Yeah.
Suppose there are three messages in the dead letter. One
Mm.
message I pick up and I
Mm.
put it back into the main queue so
Yeah.
that someone can process.
Mm-hmm.
Possibility is it gets added to the main queue but is not removed from the dead letter. Ideally, it should be
Yeah.
removed from dead letter, right?
Yes.
Either it doesn't get removed because of the system issue, or it doesn't get removed because we didn't write the code to remove it.
To remove it.
Anything can happen. In
Yeah.
this case, some time later, once again, this message will be put into the main queue. And that's
Yeah.
where the duplicate processing might be attempted. The message
Yep.
which has been already processed might be re-attempted for processing. So what the main queue does in this case, if duplicate detection has been set to on, it keeps track of the messages that it has already processed.
Processed.
It maintains a history.
Yep.
So the moment it sees the duplicate message ID, it discards. It says this message is duplicate.
Makes
And
sense.
then the code can basically remove it from the dead letter also. I mean, we can configure the code like that, right?
Yep.
Handle the exception and just clean up the dead letter queue, right? For that message. So that's point to point messaging. Understand?
Yeah.
So along with this pattern, one sender, one receiver,
Receiver.
right? Uh, we discussed about some reliability features. What all features we spoke about? Three features we spoke about. Like,
Mm.
first one was use of peak lock
Yep.
mechanism, right? Peak and then lock. And once completed, remove it, right?
Yep.
Then
Deadlock.
dead
Dead
lettering,
letter.
not
Sorry.
deadlock.
Yep. Yep.
Dead lettering, right? And then the
Yep.
third thing that we discussed was duplicate detection.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yes. Next pattern which comes is pub sub messaging, or publisher subscriber messaging,
Mm-hmm.
or publish subscribe messaging,
Yep.
whatever way you like it. So technically what we use here for point to point messaging, we use queues.
Use one
For
sender
pub sub
receiver.
architecture, what we use,
Topics
topics
and subscription.
and subscriptions. Subscription has to be created,
Mm-hmm.
without which the message will not be delivered, even if it is catch all, right?
Yep.
We just saw that within our example. So which pattern it does follow actually? One sender,
One sender, multiple receivers.
multiple receivers, which we call as subscribers,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yes. Here also the reliability features are important. What all reliability features PubSub or topics and subscription comes up with?
Also, it comes with dead lettering.
Yes, along with that, we do have support for rules,
Yeah.
and filters.
Yep.
Which message goes to which subscription is decided by these, right?
Yep.
Then we do have message forwarding automatically, right?
Yeah. Is it
We don't
automatic?
need to, yes, we saw that setting, right? Forward
Oh
to
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
message forwarding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you
That
don't have to
checkbox
set it
was
up.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just need to enable that.
Yeah.
Forwarding is automatic. You said in that what is your target queue or topic, right?
Yep.
You don't need to write code for that. So that's why it is called as auto forwarding, right?
Hmm.
Subscriptions are allowed to forward the messages to other entities. The other
Yes.
entities possible here are the queue, the topic,
Queues or
even in
topics.
some specialized cases, you can forward to the event grid also.
Mm.
Okay. Then we do have session support also here
Yeah.
for uh, distributed transactions, right?
Which is
Like multiple
Firma.
subscriptions working on the same message. So we
Yeah.
want to ensure that all of them must succeed. So fail together
Mm.
or succeed together.
Succeed together. Okay. Okay.
Typical
Okay. Okay.
atomic behavior, right? Acid
Yeah.
properties.
So if multiple
Then,
receivers receive the same subscription, they must all succeed.
yes, so this might be a requirement in some applications.
Mm.
If there are totally independent actions being taken, then it's not needed. But
I
if
got
there
you.
are dependent actions for reliability, there you need it, right?
Hmm.
Like banking transaction only if we consider. I am debiting one account, another account is being credited. Now two different subscriptions are there, right?
Yep.
One receives the message, I mean filter as DR, the other one receives as CR. DR for
Yep.
debit and CR for credit.
Hmm.
Practically, my application is in good state if and only if both debit and credit are succeeded. Though there
Are
are two
succeeding, of
different
course.
different subscribers, right?
Yep. But
To
it's the
work
same
on the same
message they
data.
sent.
Amount is same. I am transferring 10,000 bucks to you. So
Yep.
my account is debited by 10,000, your account is credited by 10,000, right?
Hmm.
Right. So two
Yeah.
different subscriptions will be working. One subscription will be debiting my account. Another subscription would be crediting your account. But
Yeah.
the process is considered completed if and only if both debit and credit operations are successful.
Of course.
If one of it fails, it just needs to be cancelled, right? Rolled back.
Yes.
So that's where we need distributed transaction. Why distributed? Why not just transaction? Because
Mm.
my subscription might be running in India, your subscription might be running in US on
So,
different servers, on different databases,
mhm. So
right?
it doesn't have to be for the same topic, right? The session applies for multiple topics
No,
here.
no, it has to be same topic. Topic has to
S-
be same.
The topic has to be the same, but okay,
Correct.
subscriptions can be different. Okay.
Yes, yes. Because topic is what which will correlate these two subscriptions, no?
Into a session. Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
Then comes message sessions. Which pattern is used by this? This is responsible for ordered message processing
Mm-hmm.
to ensure that each message is processed in the same order as it has
Order.
been received,
Uh-huh.
right? And also this will be helpful with transactions, right?
Yeah.
So basically, if there are multiple messages coming in, each message will have a session ID also, right?
Yep.
Based on from where it has come. Now, if session ID is same, all the messages with the same session ID are supposed to be grouped and processed in specific order. So maybe you
Mm-hmm.
can say uh, there are
Is
three
it?
clients who are basically
Mm.
sending the messages to the topic or the queue, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And hence there will be three sessions. So here the partitioning also comes into picture, right?
Yeah.
Messages coming from one client, one partition. another client, another partition, another client, another partition. And this partition is managed by the session ID, right? What reliability features it comes up with or it provides? First is session state,
Mm-hmm.
which allows the storage of the state of the messages between different messages being exchanged. I send one
That one,
message, I send another message, I send another message. So the state of
that
the previous message I can hold. Yeah, you're saying
that
something.
one, yeah, that one I'm not understanding well, to be honest with you. Um,
Okay.
so here it's
See,
yeah, yeah,
basically, if we visualize some e-commerce portal like Walmart or Amazon, okay,
okay, okay,
I select a product and say add to cart. This is a message.
yes,
Again, I select another product and say add to cart. So
mm-hmm.
previous product should be removed or it should be remembered.
Should be remembered
That's what it is. I should be able to maintain the state across different messages being exchanged.
for the same session.
Yes. So
But
it
how's
is
partition
taken care of
related to
by
that?
session.
How,
Uh,
because you mentioned
Partition,
some,
no,
ah,
no. These are two different things.
okay,
Session, session will just make sure that it is maintaining the state of the data across
mm,
different calls within the same session.
yeah,
Right? Same client ID, same session ID I'm sending the message
mm,
from. Now, for each session ID, there will be a partition. So that's another high level thing. Like my
okay,
session should not be mixed up with your session. No,
yeah,
you also
makes
are
sense.
purchasing something on Amazon. I am also making the purchase on Amazon at the same time. So there are
So the
two shopping
partition is for,
carts. So
uh-huh,
partition is for creating that isolation.
okay, so it's for
Understand?
isolation
Your
between
session,
sessions. Yep,
yes, that's where the partition comes in.
okay,
And in that case, the order of processing doesn't matter whether you place the order or I place the order. Whether my order gets processed first and then yours, though you place the order first, it will not make any difference, right?
of
Because
course,
these are two different
sessions.
clients over here, two different sessions. So that's
Yeah,
where the partition helps. Understand?
mm, I see.
So
Mm,
basically, kind of locking it allows you, right? So session state and another thing, I'll say isolation with the help of locking, which
mm-hmm,
allows exclusive access to a session. My
yeah,
session available or accessible to me only. Understand?
yeah,
And then comes dead lettering, which is important part. Next session,
of
actually, we
course.
are going to work with session dead lettering practically. How to work with sessions, how to
Nice,
work with dead letters, how to work with
nice.
duplicate detection. That's what I am setting this session for now, right? So dead
Okay.
lettering, what is the pattern? What dead letter is used for or dead letter queue used for?
Um, so that it preserves errors,
Uh,
unhandled.
let's go one level above that. It
Okay.
basically handles the messages which cannot be processed or cannot be delivered at that moment in time,
Oh yeah, undelivered. Yes,
right?
undelivered. But if there is
Yes,
an
undelivered
exception,
messages or undeliverable messages.
undeliverable messages. Okay, let me tell you something. Because in our
Yes,
code, sometimes what
yes.
happens is that if there's an exception and it did not complete, it goes
Hmm?
to the letter.
Hmm. So that's where
So,
that dead letter will be important, right?
yep.
So it's the same approach. Like, okay, I cannot process it right now. So keep it aside. I'll look into it later. When
Okay,
my backend program is idle, not doing much, that time I'll look into it. What's wrong? So if
I
some
see.
correction or corrective measure is required from the client end, I'll send a notification back to the client. I'll ask client that, okay, this is wrong. you correct this and then resend back to me. Only
Yeah.
the portion which needs to be corrected. The client need not work on it entirely from the scratch. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So suppose 100 fields he sent me. Out of those 100 fields, there are 10 fields which are problematic, and that's why the message is not being delivered, or
Processed.
is not being processed, or not being considered. So I keep it aside. I say, okay, you fix this. You send me the correct values for these 10 fields, and then I'll fix it and
I'll
process it.
refix. Yep.
Instead of asking them to resend everything back from the
Of
scratch.
course. Of
Make
course.
sense?
Yeah.
It's ease of use basically, right? User experience thing. Okay.
Of course.
So we say keep this aside. Aside means dead letter. Okay.
Yep.
Now what kind of reliability features this brings in or makes available? Any guess?
Reliability feature.
Helps in debugging, because you can always check the message what has been received,
Mhm.
analyze it,
Yep.
and if required, retry the failed
Retrain.
messages
Of
also.
course.
Just now we discussed, right? Instead of
Yep.
asking the user that you send everything again, we ask the user send only the problematic things,
Yep.
right? We'll fix it up at our end.
Mm,
Rest of the things we already have.
I
And
see.
this can be monitored and processed separately, as this also is a queue only.
Hmm.
So we can create a separate monitor for it, right?
Yep.
Monitor means monitoring application, or we may use the Azure monitor for this, application insights for this, correct? Then we have duplicate detection. So one thing you can understand here, one pattern is probably making use of other patterns also, right?
Of course.
Leading to other patterns. Duplicate detection is not a new thing. We have already discussed, but that
Yep.
becomes a pattern. So what is the pattern here? We use a term over here called as idempotent
Potency. Yep.
message processing,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
It just checks the message IDs, duplicate message IDs within a given time frame, right?
So
Uh,
to
yes,
reserve the duplicate detection, we need to have the same
yes.
message ID, right? Always.
It will by default be, because see, ultimately that's what it checks for, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But the thing is that
Now,
because here's the thing.
programmatically also we can make sure
Mm.
that if the data is same, let's use the same message ID only,
So it's
right?
not the same message as much as it's the same message ID. That's my
Mm,
question.
mm. So that is additionally required, and that needs to be coded when we are processing the dead letter queue. So
No,
message
no, no,
ID
I'm
it will
talking.
check on
Yeah,
its own, but rest of the data we have to check if it is duplicate.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that
Yes,
for
yes,
duplicate detection to work, it needs to have the same message ID.
yes.
Okay,
And that's the default
because
mechanism.
yeah, because we have a problem actually in
Hmm.
our code in our company is that, for example, we have an
Yes,
order ID, but we always
yes.
create a new GOAT for each message. So
Hmm.
that's why duplicate detection is not working. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah, so because it is by default checking only for message ID. So you have to make
yes.
sure that your order ID should not be the order ID, it should be rather message ID, which is going as order ID. So it will
Yeah,
work.
it will work if the message ID is the same as order ID.
Right.
Yep.
Or vice versa. Vice
Yep.
versa is a better option.
Which is vice
So
versa. The order ID is the message ID. Yes.
generate the message first of all, which will automatically generate a message ID when you create
Yeah.
service bus message,
Yeah.
and use that ID as order ID. You don't take it, you don't generate it, you take message ID as order ID.
Message. Yeah. So the message ID is equal to the order ID, right?
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that way the automatic duplicate detection will work for
Duplicate
you.
detection will work. Yep. 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 Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just a small adjustment required in the code.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Yes.
Right. So here the reliability feature is prevents reprocessing due to retries, or I told you it could be a system issue also, most likely
Yeah.
network issue or something, right?
Of course.
Uh, I mean, all data packets are not getting transferred. That's why it's failing. So we say keep it aside. We'll check it later. Correct? And then we have transactions, another thing that we discuss along with sessions, right? The pattern clearly is one and only. That is atomic operations, right? Or atomicity, simply, right? Either all or nothing. That's the approach. You can group multiple operations of similar type like send, receive, complete into a single transaction. And then you expect that all of them succeed or all of them fail. If one fails, everyone has failed. Understand? You want to restart that operation. So what reliability feature it brings in? If you are aware of transactions, you can answer it easily. Nothing new it brings in actually. I just said ensures all operations
Operations are executed
either succeed or fail.
or fail together. Yes. Nice. So all of that we're going to be discussing it tomorrow, right? The
Yes,
from
practically we'll be implementing this. And then we
nice.
also discussed about auto forwarding, right?
Yeah.
What is the
We
pattern
already
here?
is having um backup maybe.
It's more of a routing, right? Message
Uh-huh.
routing. I receive, I forward it to someone else.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Makes
maybe
sense.
I can use this when I see there is a message which is not intended for my application. Someone else should be taking it or someone else is taking care of it. So I just
Mm,
forward it.
yeah.
Like a government office, some file comes on my table which is of no interest to me, or I am not the authority for it. So I forward
Yeah.
it to the concerned authority, right?
Yes.
So basically what it does is it automatically forwards the message from one queue or subscription to another.
Another queue or subscription. Yep.
What reliability feature it brings in? Simplifies message flow. I
Yep.
don't need to write code for, you know, forwarding and chaining it with the subsequent applications, right? I
Hmm.
just need to make sure that it is connected to the right target. That's it. My job is
Yep.
over. I don't do any processing. Understand?
Yes.
Any questions? Let me put this in chat as well for your
Okay.
reference.
And I'm gonna take it.
So whatever we discuss, it's already there in the transcription. Along with that, the write-up also is there, so it will help, right?
Yes, of course. Appreciate you for that. And I'm gonna take it now, copy it
Just
into.
yeah, just check if you must have received that in chat.
Yeah, I received it already and I copied it to
Yes.
a Word.
Yes. So you know what we are going to see tomorrow.
Mm,
If not all, as many of these features we can see tomorrow, we will be implementing them. Though the examples are small ones only, so most likely we should be able to see all these.
Good.
7 patterns, right?
Nice. Nice. So tomorrow's gonna be
So
a big day.
yes, important one, more
Yep.
practical one. Yeah.
Yep. Makes
Okay,
sense.
so that is it for today.
Cool.
I hope you enjoyed the session. Meet you tomorrow, same time.
Good.
Your time will be 7 a.m., right?
7 a.m. Yes.
Yeah, so
So
sharp
here's the
7 a.m.
thing.
to 9 a.m. we will be having the session.
Good. So the next time I'm gonna send you the design, the thing, the applications that I was talking about and
Yes,
how to design
yes,
it.
yes. In
Good.
fact, now we are at that stage where we should have that design.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's nice. I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
send it to
tomorrow
you on
also we'll be
next
doing the
Thursday.
session on Teams only
Okay.
because we are having some issue. If you're able to log in, let me know. We'll have it on the platform, or otherwise I'll keep the link ready on Teams also for the backup. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Bye bye. Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye.
See you
Enjoy.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.